Now, should you come across this question on wave from your your forthcoming exam, here's exactly how to crack it. The question says the diagram above shows two waveforms x and y. So this is the waveform of x, and this is also the waveform of y. If the frequency of x is 30 hertz, what is the frequency of y? Now, what I would want to share with you is just a direct way to solve this. You say number of, this one stands for number of wavelength of x over the frequency of x. Then you say equals the number of wavelength of y over the frequency of y. So we have it like this. Now our x, they give us, now we know the number of, from this diagram we can factor out and we can count and identify our number of wavelength for x and also the number of wavelength for y. Now, whenever you see a loop at the top and another loop at the down, it stands for one wavelength. So the number of wavelength for x is 1. Because you have this place, look at, if you see like this, up here half, down here is the bold line, down here is another half. Next, we'll check, let's count the one for y. So we have one loop, two loop, one wavelength, one loop, two wavelength, and we have half here, 2.5. So the number of wavelength for y is 2.5 and the one for x is 1. So I'm just going to plug in my data now. So it becomes 1 over the frequency for x. Did they give us frequency for x? Let me write my x very well. They give the frequency of for x to be 30 hertz. So you say 1 over 30 equals the number of wavelength of y. Recall we counted it to be 2.5, so we say 2.5 and over the frequency of y. That's what we are asked to solve for. So next thing I'll do, I'll cross multiply. I'll say fy times 1 and I'll also say 30 times 25. So it becomes 1 times fy equals 30 times 25, 2.5, sorry, 2.5. So 30 times 2.5 will give you 75 hertz. You have 75 hertz, so your fy is 75 hertz as your final answer. Would you like to practice similar questions? Click on the link in the description box. You win. Just believe.